Hi Pal. Unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to record my speech, so this video is especially for you. I am a second year journalism student studying in DCU, but journalism isn't what I want to do. Public speaking is. I want to speak to as many people as possible and convince them why suicide is the worst decision. If there's one thing I want you to take away, it's that nothing lasts forever. That despite the struggles you may be going through, it will get better if you give it the time. We all take things in life for granted, whether it's food on the table, a war-free country, or just being able to walk. Roughly 500 people in Ireland commit suicide per year, the main cause being a significant loss. 2012, people as young as 10 years old were committing suicide. Now what 10-year-old has the life experience to decide that their life is no longer worth living? I've had a tough experience. I've been dragged through the dirt, dealt with the shittiest of shit, and drawn the short straw when it comes to hardships. But I know that nothing stays the same. At 19 years old, I learned one of the most important lessons of my life, that nothing in life is ever permanent. Nothing good lasts forever, but nothing bad lasts forever either. I have spent the last 19 years in and out of hospital because at 3 years old I was diagnosed with a rare disease called LCH. LCH is an autoimmune disease. Some people survive and are left with only life-limiting conditions, but some people also die and are still dying today because of the lack of exposure LCH gets. I was treated with 3 months of chemotherapy at 3 years old and was only left with a hormone deficiency. As a child, I was active. I participated in multiple sports such as gymnastics, camogie, and swimming. But most importantly, this disease was put behind me. I started showing symptoms of an even rarer condition I was diagnosed with called a neurodegenerative condition. Neuro meaning brain, degenerative meaning getting worse. I was 13 years old. What 13-year-old is expected to put their whole life on hold and deal with their health issues? What 13-year-old is expected to deal with these responsibilities? Not me, anyway. This was exactly what I didn't do. I lived my life as normal, like I did for the previous 12 years of my life, but was naive to the control I had over my own destiny. I kept getting worse, and I didn't know why. My only response was to cry and plead for it to stop. My secondary school was so accommodating. They facilitated my outrageous demands to adapt to these changes in style. I went from linking other students to full-time support to eventually needing a segue. The segue was by far the highlight of my journey so far. It got everyone's attention, and especially the boys. But behind this facade, and in the background of getting everyone's attention, I was becoming depressed. I couldn't do normal teenage stuff anymore. I couldn't go out with my friends, or I couldn't go out on dates with boys I liked. I remember this one date I went on to McDonald's. How romantic I know. But after we finished in McDonald's, we were getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden I just lost all my confidence to walk. And I lost my balance and fell. These thoughts were rushing into my head, and from that moment, I knew I would never be able to do anything again. Thoughts of suicide then came into my head at 14 years old. I thought, would it not be better to be dead rather than suffer through all these hardships? Would it not be better to just give up rather than be stubborn and face everything I was going through? Nothing else worked. Medication, physical aids, nothing. So death was my last resort. I didn't want to die, but this condition was pushing me to consider this. And besides, the message in society at the time was that if you were going through anything hard in life, to kill yourself. So was it hard to believe that I fell for this as well? But I kept holding on. I don't know why, but I just had this good feeling that one day things would all get better. That's when music came into my life. I know it's a cliched saying, but music really did save my life. I felt that songs could relate to me and knew what I was going through and addressed the issues that I had. Songs from B.O.B., Eminem, Gym Class Heroes, Emily Sandé. All these songs explained what I was going through. At the beginning of 2015, I got to experience something that I never thought I would experience again. I got to walk again, thanks to an exoskeleton down in Cork. If I follow through with suicide at 14 years old, I never would have got the opportunity to walk at 21 years old. I never would have got to realize my true passion, public speaking, to talk in front of people today about my experience and why suicide shouldn't be considered. Life is no walk in the park, where any of us, all of our limits will be tested. But if we didn't go through these hardships, how would we recognize our blessings? Tomorrow is a new day, a fresh start, a new opportunity to change. Because in life, nothing is ever guaranteed. But one thing is, it will get better.